The following is a presentation of the Spartan Media Network.
Welcome to the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. Learn more at IBEWNICA665.org on the Spartan Media Network.
Fink is back out of the box.
Yes! Sturback shot, goal! That's all we needed.
Holy cow. Up the far board, Shouty.
Come on.
To the left circle.
Yes, shoots, goal!
30 seconds.
Oh, yes! And a shot and a goal for Michigan State. Danny Russell knocks it in.
The Adam Nightingale Show is also brought to you by MSU FCU. Spartan fans dream big with MSU Federal Credit Union. Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense. The Munn Team, Jan and John Munn at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Tommy Raines Realtors. Realtors that get results. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartans Athletics and Michigan's premier motor coach company. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Alumni Hall, your ultimate Spartans shopping experience. Labatt Blue Light, we're brewed for the roast. And Shaheen Chevrolet, your hometown dealership. Now, let's join our hosts, Rob Woodward and the voice of Spartan hockey, Scott Moore.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. Coach is here, Woody is too, and for the next 60 minutes, we'll talk about the sweep at the Great Lakes Invitational, the exhibition win over the under-18 team, this weekend series at Ohio State, and more. A bit later in the show, we'll be joined by freshman forward Cole Burke, who scored his first career goal in his first career game at the Great Lakes Invitational on Sunday. And we have a great crowd here at One North Kitchen and Bar, East Lansing on Abbott, just north of Saginaw. If you want to join the live audience for any of our coaches' shows, make your reservation by emailing coachesshows@onenorthdining.com. Well, Coach, it's been 4 weeks since we all got together for this show. Since then, as I mentioned, you won the Great Lakes Invitational, victories over Ferris and Michigan Tech, beat that very good under-18 team, and you did it all without four of your major contributors who are off at the World Junior Championships. Those results are pretty good. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that was, appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was super proud of the guys. You know, I talked to the guys about it. I don't know if it'll ever get the recognition that, you know, winning a Big Ten championship or tournament, Big Ten tournament, but you know, for where our team was at and for guys to step up and play the way they did, you know, especially coming out of break, it's hard enough to, you know, our guys got a really good break. We played the 6th and 7th. We practiced a few days. They went home, and I think that's really important. You know, we came back and practiced Christmas Day, but we were playing 3 days later, and so the guys had to do their job and take care of their bodies and be ready to go. And you know, we try to pride ourselves on, you know, team mentality, next man up, and be ready when your number's called. And certainly, you know, we had some guys step in and do a heck of a job for us. And so I thought, you know, and I think that's a really important tournament for our team, you know, to try to have success there and play the best we can there. And to win it back to back, I think it was the first time in 25 years we've done that. So proud of the guys, and then to turn around and play pretty quick turnaround after being on break to play the national team and get the job done. So hopefully that springboards us in the second half.
Yeah.
Nights, you talk about guys stepping up, guys that got to play for the first time. He's here tonight, Cole Burke, and then also Matt Leahy in the exhibition game on Sunday. How do you think those guys performed for you?
They did great. I mean, Berkey, I think the world of him. A great kid. He came here, you know, it was late, and we needed a forward, and we needed a guy, and he understood, you know, coming in where we got a pretty deep team up front. It's probably going to look like you're going to practice a lot with the team. And if something happens, injuries or whatever, or you work yourself in, but it's mainly going to be, you know, drive culture and drive practice and be a great teammate. And for him to step in and, you know, he obviously to score is, I think it was second or third shift. He scores a goal. And even in the championship game, right, he had a huge shot block for us in the second period. And I saw it, but it wasn't, he didn't make a big deal of it. He didn't miss a shift. And, you know, I shake the guy's hands after the game. It was his right hand. I shook his hand, and Berkey just had surgery, so he's out for a bit. And
Man,
so
I didn't notice that either.
No,
he broke his hand, right?
It's funny because you watch, you watch college, and a lot of guys get hit with a wrist shot and they lay on the ice, and it's theatrical. And Berkey didn't do that, and I have a ton of respect for him. So proud of him for what he did. And Laser, he had a tough start to his freshman year, right? He got hurt at Toronto's development camp, so off the ice injury in the weight room, and before he was even here, so he had to rehab and be ready to go. But he's way ahead of schedule. I think originally we thought maybe February, but he did a heck of a job of committing to getting healthy, and I thought he played really well in that game. So it's good to have him back healthy, and anytime you can have guys come in and contribute to the team, that's huge.
You talk about Matt Leahy and the way that he played. That's a tough situation when you've been off the ice, or at least you're not in game shape, and then to have to take the ice like that. And he played some pretty good minutes in that game.
For sure, especially that position. I always say to our guys, like, the how-to book for a forward's probably an inch thick, and the how-to for a defenseman's probably 7 inches thick.
Yeah.
It takes a lot in that position. So you miss, especially, and then you talk about, stepping in as a freshman, and to step into college hockey's better now than it was in October, right? All the teams are better. And so yeah, he's done a great job, and that's all you can do is take care of your body like you did. And so we're going to lean on him for sure down the stretch.
And that's a good U.S. team. They always get excited about coming and playing college teams. And you had an odd lineup that you had to play with. I mean, I think you had 9 D-men, in the lineup along with 9 forwards. It was a strange lineup indeed.
Yeah. There was no complaints about ice time.
So, but I mean, it's a good win though. It's a good team win to come together like that.
And I think the mentality we want, we don't get to play as many games as we'd like. So like, I get it, it's an exhibition, but we don't want to play it like an exhibition, right? Yeah. We're trying to master being us and being the best versions of ourselves. And, I thought the guys, did a really good job of that in that game.
I think I heard Kurt Signetti, the coach for Indiana, talk about the other day. There's a standard, no matter what. If you're up 52-7 in the fourth quarter, you're not looking at that score. And I hear you say things like that a lot. And there's a standard,
Sure.
And so whether it's exhibition or it's a GLI championship game, you guys want to be the same every time you hit the ice.
No doubt. That's the goal, and that's what we judge our guys on. And, I know we get judged from the public on the scoreboard. We don't judge our guys on the scoreboard. I think hockey's a sport you can play really good and not get the result you wanted. So we're more interested in long-term quality of play and getting better every weekend. And, so far I think we've done that, but we still got a lot of hockey left.
When you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local teams across the Midwest, from big league stadiums to the neighborhood ballpark. Learn more at Meijer.com/community. We'll be back with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. We'll take questions from the audience after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Experience design you feel in every detail. And technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick Now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified GM employee program participants with a current eligible GM lease get a 24-month ultra-low mileage lease on a 2026 Encore GX Preferred for $199 per month with $38.49 due at signing after all offers. Must be a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer GM vehicle through GM Financial for at least 30 days prior to the new vehicle sale. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents per mile over 20,000 miles. At participating dealers only. Visit BuickOfferInfo.com for details.
This is Labatt. We're brewed for the true hockey fans like you who yell, "Shoot it!" every chance they get. The fans that shout, "Ref, you suck!" because that works every time. You pound on the glass, spill half your beer, and act like you're running the power play, even though the only ice you usually see is ice cream. Hockey wouldn't be hockey without fans like you that bring the noise and the passion with an ice-cold Labatt in your hand. Labatt, we're brewed for the roast. Enjoy responsibly. Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
Welcome back to the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. Woody has taken the microphone out into the audience, and we'll start it off where we always do. Mr. Bria, you're on. Well, is he up?
Is he on?
Okay.
Gotcha. Yep.
Okay.
First of all, Happy New Year. I didn't get a chance to hear one of you guys. Van Andel seems to have really embraced hosting the GLI, and they really do a pretty good job out there. Do you see the tournament staying in Grand Rapids for the foreseeable future?
Well, I agree with you. I think Grand Rapids, first off, it's a great town, right? I mean, it's a great hockey town. You look at the year that the Griffins are having there. It's beautiful, right, with the river going through it. And we got so many alums on that side of the state, so we're excited about. I think we originally signed when I got here, maybe a 4 or 5 year contract that it was going to stay there, and I can't see it not. I think it's taken hold there, and one of the things I'd like to see, I've talked to Tech about, it's their tournament, but I'd like to see it be a true Great Lakes tournament, right, and have Western be the consistent team in it, with us and Michigan Tech, and then rotate Northern Michigan, Lake Superior, and Ferris, But I think it's great. I think it's awesome for our fans to be able to, it's that close, and Christmas time, you got family around to be able to come and watch it. So I'm hoping it stays there. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't.
A good tournament, nice venue, and the crowds were pretty good this year.
They were, yeah, they were for sure.
Back to the audience, Bird's up.
Happy New Year, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the GLI
Thanks,
there.
Bird. Yep, thank you.
Hey, I was wondering, the guys coming back from juniors, what kind of shape are they in, after playing like that? And what new things do they bring back to the team?
Well, I think I think there's a combination of things that happen, right? There's a ton of emotion in that tournament that you got to spend. They played, 7 games and 10 nights for the guys that played. And that's a lot of hockey. Right when we got done, they went right to training camp to try to make the team, right? You got to, they keep a few extra guys. And so you try to make the team and then play, and super emotional. So they're definitely, their legs are in great shape. I do think it takes a mental toll on you. Between having to manage media and the pressure that comes with that, and getting up 7 games and 10 nights is a lot. And so we've given them a breather here. The U.S. guys that got knocked out earlier, they started practicing with us yesterday. Nielsen and Marty will practice with us tomorrow and be ready to go. But I think the biggest thing, learning how to play in those pressure situations. And, like Marty's the captain of Team Canada. I don't know how much. It's probably hard to wrap your head around that. The fact that how big that tournament is, and that's the first time a college player, has ever been a captain for Canada's World Junior team. So I'm super proud of him. I thought he did a great job with that. Niels to win a gold and figure out what it takes to win. Niels has done a lot of winning in his throughout his career, and he's a young player, so I think he's in more confidence on playing winning hockey. And I think for the U.S. guys, it's you got to be able to handle success, and you got to be able to handle failure, right? And they fell short, and you got to get back on the horse, and those guys are chomping at the bit to play. So I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. We got to still play games as a team. Some other guys got to contribute. But then these guys that are gone playing with their national teams, like the experience they gain, that's only going to help us.
Well, and the U.S. team came just within a whisker of making it to the semifinal round. Riker Lee had the game-tying goal late, like a minute and a half to play.
Yeah, and just to play in that environment, again, the pressure of it, and the experience of it, and that's all I ask those guys when they come back. What'd you learn? And I think that's what this is about, right? How can we use this to help you keep growing as a player?
We have a great group here in the crowd. The Lansing Senators 10 under green team.
Awesome.
Big round of applause for them over on the left side of the room here. And Woody, you got a question from one of these guys?
Questions for an ice back here. Real quick though, nice.
not only does it help them grow as a player, the guys that played in that tournament, I mean, ultimately it helps you guys as a team too, with those guys playing in those types of environments. I have to imagine.
Big time. No, for sure. Between guys stepping in and playing in different roles, and then just them adding that into our team, it's a huge benefit.
Definitely. All right. Who do we have with a question here?
Hi, my name's Jay. I play D, and what is it like being a coach?
Well, Jay, first off, thank you guys for this hat. This is awesome. Appreciate it. You guys didn't have to. I appreciate you, coming to the show. And, I think for me, I feel fortunate to be a coach. When I played, I don't think I ever saw myself coaching. I was so focused on playing, and I was out of hockey actually for a year. And I really missed being part of something bigger than myself and being in the locker room, and that's what I would say to you guys and your team, right? Is yes, you're going to win some games, you're going to lose some games this year, and that's going to happen. You're going to score some goals, but you can never get that time back of being around the guys and girls in your locker room, And so I think for me, that was, I feel like it's a privilege to coach and try to make an impact, and I'll never take it for granted, and I'm thankful for it every day.
Thanks, Jay. We got another one here, Scotty.
We got time for one more here. We may be able to come back later.
Hi, my name's Razor, and I play wing. How long have you coached / played hockey?
Well, going back to your playing days.
Yeah, so I probably started. I would say I've been around hockey probably 40 years, and then I started coaching 18 years ago. So, and every step of the way, again, I started coaching. Actually, I coached at a boarding school in Minnesota. So I was a school teacher there too. I coached lacrosse. And so I feel fortunate. I've coached the younger ages and been able to work up. I think it's helped me grow as a coach, but I can't see myself never being in hockey, and that's what I would say to you guys and girls, like, enjoy every day. And that's the nice thing with hockey. You can play. My dad just stopped playing. He plays a little bit on Fridays, but you can play in a men's league or women's league or whatever it is. There's always something. It's different than football, right? Football, it's pretty tough to play when you get up to 60 or 70, where my dad's still playing.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
That really is. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more questions later on in the show. One North Kitchen and Bar features scratch cooking, cold drinks, and good vibes. Just 1 mile north of campus in East Lansing, Saginaw, and Abbott. Come hungry, leave happy. Our presentation is powered by IBEW NECA 665. We're back after this break from your very own local station. You're listening to the Adam Nightingale Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Athletics app on your smartphone. Go green.
Hear that roar? That's the sound of Spartan Nation. And Dean Trailways is right there, every mile of the way. As the official ground transportation provider of Michigan State Athletics, we connect Spartans to championships. For every game, every practice, every victory, we deliver it. Elite service that powers the green and white. When you demand championship-level transportation, Dean Trailways is your winning drive. Become part of our team at DeanTrailways.com.
Whoa, boss, how did that happen?
Mind your business.
I mean, how did a forklift make a shish kebab out of our company truck?
I said, mind your business, Billy. That's why we have auto owners. We work with an independent agent to customize our policies. So when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered. Because unlike you, minding our business is their business.
Oh, that's simple human sense.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
You didn't do this, did you, boss?
Mind your business, Billy.
Meet, greet, and compete in Michigan's capital city. The Lansing Sports Commission is dedicated to helping you host your next athletic tournament or event in Greater Lansing. Our free services include everything from event development and tournament planning to promotions and recruiting volunteers. No matter the sport, the LSC can make your next event your best event. Plan on something greater. Find details at lansingsports.org.
Welcome back. We're in East Lansing with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. And we're joined now by number 25, Cole Burke, a freshman winger from Trenton, Michigan. Cole, thanks for coming out. We wanted to get you on the show because of your heroics in the first game of the Great Lakes Invitational. Oh my goodness. How nerve-wracking was that? Finding out that you probably knew you were going to be in the playing group just because of sheer numbers. And then to get that goal to start the game off, 4 minutes in, was it?
Second shift. And going into that game, I was really anxious, really nervous.
Yeah.
But once that puck dropped, that kind of all dropped. And then my first shift, I'd say I was still pretty anxious. And then second shift, obviously the goal came. So that kind of dropped the nerves big time.
Second shift, first shot on goal, deflection. Nice job of getting into position to make that play.
Yeah. If you want to score a goal, just go to the front of the net. That's what I thought.
Pretty simple game, right, Berkey?
Yeah.
You learned that from the coach, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right's got to get to the net. Good things happen.
Get to the net. Good things will happen.
You know what was almost as exciting as you getting your first goal was the way the team reacted too when you scored that goal. And I know, I think, was it Sturbeck that went to go get the puck for you and stuff like that? Bree, you going to be making a plaque for him? But that was really cool nights again. I mean, I think that speaks volume for your team too.
Yeah, well, and I think the respect that Berkey's earned from his teammates, right? It's one thing if Berkey wasn't playing and he's moping and tripping over his lip and he scores, there's probably not that reaction. But I think the guys recognize that every day he brings it and is a great teammate. And that concept of being ready, not when your chance comes, if it comes, right? You're not entitled to playing, and you got to get yourself ready to go. And he's done a great job of it, and obviously took advantage of it.
Cole, you're from Trenton, Michigan. How'd you get your start playing the game? Was this a family thing or?
Yeah, I had two older cousins that they went through my high school, played in high school. So just growing up watching them, having to go to the rink to watch them, it kind of intrigued me to start. And then the first time I put on the skates, I loved it right from there.
We're again in Michigan, Trenton. You're behind, quote, the blue wall. Were you a Spartan fan?
Yes, I was a Spartan fan.
All right.
You end up playing in Fairbanks, right? In the North American League.
Yes, sir.
What was that like living up in Fairbanks? We used to go there all the time when we were in CCHA. Had some fun trips up there, right? But I'm curious about living up there and then also the travel in the North American League when you're playing in Fairbanks. I know they have a couple teams up there as well, but what was that like?
Yeah, so living up there, it was definitely cold for sure. But
we've been through that.
but to just experience everything up there, Alaska's a state where if I didn't get that opportunity to go play there, I probably would have never went to the state. So I'm happy I chose that. Just seeing everything up there, it's a whole different world from down here, like seeing the mountains behind buildings and stuff like that. And then the travel, I'm not a big traveler, so it wasn't that fun, but we just flew everywhere, and so I guess that was the nice part. It's better than a bus ride.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a pro-type travel schedule. I mean, there were probably times, I have to assume, where you were on the road for a couple weeks at a time. Is that right?
Yeah.
Pack for that.
Yeah, when we flew down to Minnesota, we would do like month bus trips. So we'd just live in a hotel for a month. We got this little duffel bag to pack our stuff, so you'd roll it really tight and shove as much stuff as you could.
So you're learning hockey and packing.
Yeah,
that's good.
Exactly.
These are life lessons. What were crowds like for home games at that's the Big Dipper, right?
Yeah, they were crazy. To be honest, probably not much to do up there besides go to the game.
True.
But But no, they were crazy, and the support we got up there was awesome. It definitely helped you show up every day wanting to win.
And Knights, how'd you get the word? How'd you start recruiting Cole when he was up there?
Well, Townsy had watched him when he was playing for Victory Honda and liked him when we first got here. And at the time, I think we had an opening. He was planning to go play. He already committed to a Division III school, and so we had an opening and reached out. I know Rob Profit really well, who runs Fairbanks, and his coach Berkey at Victory Honda spoke super highly of him. I actually had Berkey for one game.
Yeah.
Remember that, Berkey?
Yeah, I do
remember. Remember how mad I was during that game?
Yeah, you were fired up.
Berkey, we called Berkey up.
What's
that?
With the
US team? Yeah, I think we started really slow, and that might have been as mad as I've been as a coach.
Yeah. You gave it to him.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But anyways, Berkey had to sit through that, so got to know him a little bit there, and we were looking for a guy that was high character and team guy and was going to come in here and work. And he had gone down this path that he was going to play Division III, and we felt like he could come in here and help us, and super glad we got him. And not that he went in the GLI and scored. That has nothing to do with it. I think the person that he is, he's an everyday guy. That's super hard to find. That's our goal, and he's doing a heck of a job for us.
Now, back to the Big Dipper Arena. Been up in Fairbanks. I've been there 14 times, and that is what it is. But we got up there one time. We had to practice at the Big Dipper, and the guys saw the outside rinks, the outdoor rinks, and they wanted to. It was 20 below, and the guys wanted to play on the outdoor rinks. Did you ever get a chance to play on those outdoor rinks?
We practiced outside sometimes if we got like a swap in a weekend. But
okay.
But no, I didn't get an opportunity to play a real game outdoors yet.
That may have been the shortest outdoor practice that I've ever seen. The guys warmed up. That was when Rick Comley was coaching. He said the ice was the best he'd ever been on.
Oh yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah,
but we didn't finish practice. We ended up coming inside.
The guys practiced for a little bit and said, "Can we go in?"
Yeah.
It was really cold. You wear number 25. Is there a reason to pick number 25, or did it just happen?
Yeah, I got a list of numbers when I came here, and throughout my lifetime, I've only been 2 numbers, 10 and 15. So it kind of just adds up, and so that's how I picked it.
That's as good a reason as any. That's for sure. We're going to take a break, but stay with us because we got some special questions for you. The electrical contractors of IBEW NECA 665 provide the safest, highest quality electrical work at the best value to their customers. Learn more at IBEWNECA665.org. We will return with more of tonight's Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665, right after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Makes sense for you.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No, first base!
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
We are back with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. I'm Scott Moore, here along with head coach Adam Nightingale, my broadcast partner Rob Woodward, and our special guest Cole Burke, a freshman forward on the Spartan hockey team. And Cole, it's time for our icebreaker questions. Rob has a list of questions, and I have a list to keep your answers on. We're compiling all the answers, and on the last show in March, we'll let everybody know who voted where and if there's any trends that we see. But
so, Scotty, you mentioned you went to Trenton, and I think I read. How many years did you go to Trenton then?
All four.
All four, okay.
Yep.
And then were you on the golf team at Trenton?
I was on the golf team.
Do you still, yeah. So Bert wants to know, what's your favorite course around the East Lansing area?
Ooh.
Or in the state, either one.
In the state, I'll say American Dunes.
Okay.
And then
good
up
choice.
Here, Eagle Eye.
Good
Okay.
choices,
Okay.
good
What's your
choices.
handicap?
5.8.
That's not bad.
5.8.
Mine's that I have a job. So, well, Rob, take it away with the questions.
I'm recruiting for the alumni outing.
There you go. There you go.
It's 4
Not
years,
me.
Just remember. All right, you ready for these?
Yep.
They're
Yep.
easy. First thing that comes to your mind. As a kid, what do you want to be when you grew up besides a hockey player?
A doctor.
What kind of doc?
A brain surgeon. So I was shooting for the stars there.
All right.
See, it is a smart team. Nice.
Yeah.
What was your favorite team as a kid? Any sport, any level?
The Detroit Red Wings. I've always been a fan of.
Is your bed made right now?
Yes, it is.
Nice. Are you organized or messy?
Organized.
What creeps you out?
Snakes.
Favorite pregame meal?
I'll go steak and potatoes.
That's a first there. Yeah.
We haven't had
we
that
haven't had
answer.
steak and potato. Old school. I like it.
Yeah.
What goes on first, left skate or right skate?
Right skate.
What's the last app that you opened on your phone?
iMessages.
Best logo in professional sports.
I'm gonna go with the Red Wings again.
All right.
Yep. The winged wheel. Nice. 2 teammates that you don't want to get hit by.
Well, you got to start off with Colin Ralph for sure.
That's a theme. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Caden Lindstrom.
Okay, we've had that name before.
Teammate most likely to go viral with a TikTok video.
I'll probably get some backlash in the locker room here, but Anthony Romani.
Ooh, okay, that's a new one.
I think he's been a couple. I think there's been a couple.
We made it. There is a trend on that one, but we have seen that name.
Whoever wins this at the end of the year, we got to have them come and they have to make.
And they have to make one.
See if we can get it to go viral.
I like it.
I like that idea.
Yeah. All right. Smart, fast, and hard. Right. That's a team motto. If you only have one as a player, which one would you take?
Hard.
Like it.
All
Cole
right.
Burke, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Before you get away, Cole, what's your major? And when you're done playing hockey, what do you want to do?
My major's finance, and I'm hopefully I'll be a financial advisor.
Okay, that's pretty close in my book to a brain surgeon. So, so thank you. Thanks very much for coming out.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Cole Burke, number 25 from Trenton, Michigan. And now it is time for our Alumni Hall trivia question. Today's winner will receive tickets for an upcoming game. It's the Friday game against Minnesota. So a good game on this one. And a $25 gift card to Alumni Hall. Here's the question for tonight. The Spartan hockey record for goals scored in a series is 8, and it happened against Ohio State. We want to know what Spartan set that record. 8 goals in a series against Ohio State. So think about that one. We'll get answers after the break. Say hello to Cashback Plus, a member benefit from MSU FCU. Browse personalized offers from your favorite brands and hundreds more to purchase digital gift cards in any amount. And you'll receive instant cash back up to 20%. Earn cash back on your everyday purchases with Cashback Plus only at MSU Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Spartan Athletics. Our show tonight, powered by IBEW NECA 665. Back after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
For you. Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
Spartans, when it's game time, it's One North time. Just minutes from Michigan State University, One North Kitchen and Bar is your go-to spot for scratch cooking and world-class hospitality. When you're celebrating a win or catching up with friends, we've got the perfect dish to make every moment special. Join us for the MSU Coaches Show and get closer to the action with the voices that bring Spartan spirit to life. Visit One North Kitchen and Bar, where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
Welcome back for more Spartan Hockey Talk on the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. We are in the midst of our Alumni Hall trivia question. Who scored 8 goals in a series against Ohio State? I'll give you a clue. Happened in December of 1985.
And I believe now my memory is not that great, but I think we had this as a unmemorable moment last year. Or at least we talked about it. But Bree thinks he knows it. So
okay, all right.
Let's see if he does.
Let's see if he's right.
I'm thinking it's a toss-up between Woody and...
You're out now.
Who did I say? Oh, Donnelly.
Mike Donnelly, that is correct. 1985.
Maryland had to remind him.
He had five goals, including the overtime winner in the first game of that series on a Saturday night. Then he added a hat trick on Sunday as the Spartans swept the Buckeyes 6-5 in overtime and 8-0 on Sunday the 15th. He went on to set the school record for hat tricks in a season with 6.
Crazy.
And the national record for goals in a season with 59 that year.
I think
that's
that
a lot of scoring.
record's safe. I don't think that's ever getting broken.
That one isn't going to be caught for quite a while. Thanks for participating in Alumni Hall Trivia. Alumni Hall, your ultimate Spartan shopping experience. Want to let everybody know, again, part of that prize is tickets for the game on the 23rd against Minnesota, and that'll be the night of our teddy bear toss as well. So remember to bring stuffed animals. That's the next home game, not until January 23rd. So get your stuffed animals and bring them to the arena. We have more questions from the Lansing Senators 10 under green squad. Who do we have now?
My name is Cecilia, and
okay.
What drill do you do to get hard, long, and high shots?
Hard, long, and high shots.
Well, I think a couple things. Our guys work on their shots a lot, right? So, but a lot of it is on their own. We have a shooting room, and I would say to you, I mean, growing up, my brothers and I, we wore out at our parents' basement. We got 2 boys that play. They've broken a lot of stuff and windows and water heaters in our basement. So I think finding time to work on your shot on your own, right? And I think even if you have a net and you can put it, obviously you got to check with your parents, right? A safe place to put it, and so you're not damaging everything. But really, that's where guys' shots come from, right? And if you look at practice, you can come down in certain situations, but you don't get the reps that it takes. It's the old 10,000 rep rule, right? So I would say to you, if you're looking to work on your shot, find a spot, whether it's your basement, your garage, outside, put some fencing behind it or whatever. When I coached at Shattuck St. Mary's, that we had it's a hockey factory, but the kids would shoot out on the tennis courts. They had a net there, and the story was that chapel was on Wednesdays. Sidney Crosby would go there at 6 a.m, and the rink guys would hear him shooting, and hear him shooting at 6 a.m. But he was wearing his suit because you had to wear a suit to chapel because he didn't want to go back to his dorm room. He wanted to spend so much time working on a shot. So I would say that would be the biggest thing. Find a space that you can really work on it and dump a bucket of pucks and let them rip.
Yeah, you talk about Sidney Crosby. I had heard that he destroyed his parents' dryer. I think
He
it
did.
was.
Yep, he did.
Just shooting, trying to get it in that hole. Unbelievable.
One more, Scotty.
We got we got time for another.
My name is Henry, and if you leave the Michigan State Spartans, can you coach our team?
I'd love to. I don't know if you want to sign up for that. You might want to see, but no. I think
ask Cole Burke about that.
Yeah. No, I think I feel fortunate. I don't think it's the level that you coach, right? I've coached Bantams up to in the NHL, and I don't get any more satisfaction. So if Michigan State ever says, we don't want you to be the coach anymore, I'll be calling you guys.
Well, I just found out the Henry that just asked that, his dad's the coach.
Oh, is he? I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
That's
awesome.
All right,
That's
we got
awesome.
another one.
My name is Griffin, and what do you do for warm-ups?
Warm-ups before the game or
before the game?
Before the game. Well, I would say we even take it to another level. We think practice is like where all your development happens. Games are for us to watch and figure out what to work on. The guys' parents to come and scouts to watch them. So we warm up before every practice. So it's our guys all go up to the weight room. They do an activation, and I don't know how many spots do that, but we're trying to emphasize how important practice is. So our guys, they do jumping and skipping and stretching and kind of some mobility stuff to get their blood flowing. So then when we start the game or start practice, they're ready to go.
We got time for one last question from the Senators.
My name is Will, and since I'm in 10U right now, when you were in 10U, what skill do you wish you could practice more?
Great question.
Yeah. Let's. Well, I think skating. As much as you can work on skating, right? I think that it's a hard game to play if you can't and skate. So even within your practice, right, is you can do a shooting drill or a one-on-one drill. I even say it to our guys, like when you start to drill your first 3 strides, how quick can you do that? You can do a drill and maybe not think of that type of stuff. So I definitely would do that. The shot stuff, I would work on your shot a ton, and then get a golf ball, get a tennis ball, and same thing in your basement, in your driveway, wear that thing out. But I think at the end of the day, skating is the one. And at your age, this is when you're really going to kind of form how you are as a skater. It's hard to change it when you get older. So I'm really spending time on that.
All right. Great questions from the Lansing Senators,
thanks,
10 under green team. Thanks for coming out. Even Sparty knows everyone needs a timeout every now and then, so why not take yours at the beach? Myrtle Beach is home to 60 miles of warm, sandy beaches, over 2,000 restaurants, and much more. Enter now for your chance to win your very own beach break getaway. Compliments of Visit Myrtle Beach. Go to visitmyrtlebeach.com/MSU to enter. Your ultimate beach break is just a click away. Our show is powered by IBEW NECA 665. Back with more after these words from your very own local station. You're listening to the Adam Nightingale Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to MSU football games or to any other live event in East Lansing, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of MSU football. Let's go Spartans! SeatGeek.
The Spartan Media Network when you need it. That's right. The Spartan Media Network now is on podcast platforms. Did you miss a MSU Coaches Show or want to check out exclusive interviews? Well, check out the Spartan Media Network and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. The Spartan Media Network, now at your fingertips.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
We are live in East Lansing with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. Whether your move is across town or across the nation, the MUN team can help. If you're in the market to buy, sell, or both, check out the MUN team online at munteam.com. That's Jan and John Munn, serving buyers and sellers since 1985. They are realtors who get results.
Nights, you know, with college athletics, you get so wrapped up in the competition and the highlights and the games and just looking at, like, you know, the college football playoffs and the transfer portal and all that stuff. Sometimes you lose the fact that these guys are all going to school too, and they're going and they're trying to get good grades. Well, your team did a pretty good job this first semester, didn't they?
Yeah, no, you're dead on. I mean, I think that is, if you can lose perspective of what this is all about. And I get this, we will be judged whether we win or lose. And that's, but I think our staff has decided to coach for something bigger than that, you know? And so you've got to recruit, you know, really good people that are committed, and how you do one thing is how you do everything. And so, yeah, I was proud of our guys. I mean, they set the record for the highest grade point in the history of the program this last semester. And awesome. Yeah. So
3.6 something.
Yeah, 3.6 something. And I mean, you know, I never say to the guys, and our staff doesn't say, like, you know, you got to have a 4-point, you got to have a 3.5. It's just do your best and do your own work. That's all we ask. And, you know, I think in the world we live in, it's so easy with Chat GPT to, you know, take shortcuts. And once you start taking shortcuts in the classroom, you're going to do it on the ice. You're going to do it in life. So make sure, do your best. And if your best is a 2.5, that's fine. You know, and, you know, Melissa Talent does a great job. Our academic advisor that helps with our guys, and she, you know, sets their schedule up, makes sure they're getting things. She meets with Townsley once a week. And she's always honest with us, you know, with where guys are at, and we can try to support them and help them. So that was a really good semester for our guys.
What kind of conversations do you have to have with guys nowadays when it comes to AI and, like you said, Chat GPT, where, you know, sometimes it can be used nefariously, if you will, you know, sure, like you said, where it's not your own work, you know? I mean, we never had to worry about that.
I know.
Right?
I feel bad because the pressure, and then you got all this going on with hockey and whatever sport, and you got your social stuff, and then you're trying to, but I do think that, you know, set the expectation that, you know, I really don't care what your grade point is. I think sometimes if you pressure people into saying, hey, you got to have a 4-point, and then they feel the squeeze, and so they're going to find a way to get the 4-point instead of just give us your best. And as long as you're getting all the, you're going to your tutor, you're asking for help, extra help, you're sitting in the front of class, and then do your best. I think that can help a little bit versus trying to put pressure on a certain grade point.
Well, it's back to conference play this weekend. We mentioned earlier you get the 4 guys who were up in Minneapolis, St. Paul with the World Junior Championships. You get them back into the lineup, and because you get these guys back, are you going to go right back to the line that you had before the break, because you don't change your lines very often, or did maybe you learn some stuff over the break and you can move some guys around?
Yeah, we'll see. I think things will be pretty similar to when we left. I thought we were playing good hockey, and I talked to the group about that. That's why we recruit the type of kids we, your number's called, and maybe you play in a different spot and you do a good job. That's your job at that point. But we got to, at the end of the day, put together the roster we feel is gives us the best chance to win. And so we're fortunate to have a lot of good players and a lot of good options. And, when the day comes here and to pick a lineup, that's at the end of the day why we make a decision, right? Is what gives us not an individual to have success, but what gives our team the best chance to have success.
The Buckeyes 2-6 in conference play, 6-11-1 overall. But of those 11 losses, 7 of them have been by just 1 goal. 4 of those in overtime. They're right on the cusp of putting it all together.
No doubt. I mean, I think they're a really good team. They're really well coached. They got a lot of depth. They got good goaltending. They play well in their building. So, I mean, this will be a really good test for our group. And we definitely have a ton of respect for them. I think you look at our conference and how competitive it is. Most games are 1-goal games, and at the end of the day, we got to go down there and focus on ourselves. And obviously, we're going to do our homework on Ohio State and be prepared. But we got to make sure we go down there and play our best hockey.
What's going to be a key offensively, Knights, for you to generate chances down there at Ohio State?
I've always felt when we played them, probably of any of the teams in our conference, right? I think they're all well coached, but I feel like they do a really good job making it hard to there's no easy offense, right? And so we got to make sure that we're ready to go to the hard areas and pay a price. And when you do get chances, you got to make them count, because they're not gonna come easy. They're going to be hard. You have to earn them. And when you do get your opportunities, you got to make sure you execute.
Frankly, you'll want to join us for the Michigan Sports Brief every weekday on your very own Spartan Media Network affiliate, presented by Frank and Muth Insurance. Find a local agent near you by visiting www.fmins.com. Back with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665, right after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Contractor for your...
Can you hear me with this one?
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes these moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is the official beer of Michigan State Athletics. So crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
Don't miss Shaheen Chevrolet's New Year, New Ride sales event. Take advantage of low payments, new car design, and that great new car smell. Save big on a powerful Silverado for just $149 a month. Enjoy a 5-seater Equinox LT for just $239 a month. Experience the efficient tracks for a low payment of $244 a month. With the largest selection in mid-Michigan, we've got the car for you. Stop by 632 American Road or ShaheenChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
We are back with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. When MSU hockey wins at home, so do you. Celebrate with a BOGO offer on your favorite drinks at Big B after an MSU hockey home victory. I mentioned that's after home games. The Spartans go on the road this weekend, and this is the first of a lot of road trips in the second half of the season. The schedule is what it is, though.
Yeah, looking forward to. I mean, we'll play anybody, anytime, anywhere. So the schedule lays out how it is, and obviously we knew this going into it. So we gotta be ready, to play our best hockey. And it's not easy to win on the road, especially in our conference. So we'll definitely be tested. But I think the guys are looking forward to getting going.
I know coaches like to. They've told me in the past they like to go on the road early in the season because of team bonding and everything. When you get past the halfway point, do you still make progress with things like that when you get together and go on the road?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, sometimes it's, as far as a preparation, because, when we're at home, some of the guys have class on Fridays. And so when you get on the road, they're doing their stuff online and making sure they're staying up in the classroom. But you're maybe not limited with some of the things you can do with the guys. So either way, I mean, it's, that going in. We play 24 conference games, 12 are going to be at home, 12 are going to be on the road.
In Big Ten action, looking at some of the numbers, Buckeyes actually have outscored the Spartans 27-22, 3 common opponents. So what's going to be more important, you think, for your team this weekend, ramping up the offense a little bit or clamping down on defense?
I think both are going to be, but I think at the end of the day, like you got to keep it out of your net, right? Like, you're obviously you're not going to win if you don't score, but sometimes you can chase offense and you give up opportunities, right? So we got to make sure we're good away from the puck, and that I think that'll lead to more offense for us.
It's a rematch of last year's Big Ten championship game, Michigan State versus Ohio State, but this time the teams are on the road. The Spartans play in Columbus. Airtime on Friday is 6 o'clock. Saturday, a little bit earlier, 4:30 in the afternoon. Both of those games will be on Lansing, 7:30 a.m. WVFN, and, of course, online at MSUSpartans.com and the MSU Athletics mobile app. Our next show will be next week on Monday, the first of 3 consecutive Mondays for the show. So join us on Monday for the next few weeks. Want to thank Coach for being here, Woody, Cole Burke, Chris Ordaway here at One North. We had Zane Saggio back in the studio, Gage Dansby on video, and thanks to all the fans who came out here and all the fans listening in Lansing and around the world. I'm Scott Moore. Till next time, go green.
You've been listening to The Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. Learn more at IBEWNECA665.org. The Adam Nightingale Show is also brought to you by MSU FCU. Spartan fans dream big with MSU Federal Credit Union. Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense. The Munn Team, Jan and John Munn at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Tommy Raines Realtors, realtors that get results. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartans Athletics and Michigan's premier motor coach company. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Alumni Hall, your ultimate Spartans shopping experience. Labatt Blue Light, we're brewed for the roast. And Shaheen Chevrolet, your hometown dealership. The Adam Nightingale Show has been a presentation of Playfly Sports in partnership with Michigan State Athletics. All rights reserved. Join us next time for all the action of Michigan State Spartan hockey, a presentation of the Spartan Media Network.